Let's be honest, you've been told a lie. The lie is that you just need more motivation. That if you could only feel like doing the work, you'd finally get in shape, build that business, write that book, or change your life. But here's the raw truth. Motivation is just a feeling. And feelings are like the weather. They come and they go. Some days they're bright and sunny, and other days they're stormy and dark. If you rely on motivation, you're basically letting your entire future depend on something as unpredictable as the weather. Think about it. How many times have you felt motivated for a few days, maybe a week, and then suddenly it's gone? You bought the planner, the gym membership, maybe even the new running shoes. You were excited, on fire. But then the spark fizzled out. And when the spark was gone, so was your progress. That's why motivation alone can't save you. Because motivation is like a sugar rush. It gives you quick energy, but it never lasts. Discipline, on the other hand, is the steady, consistent fuel that carries you when every ounce of your body and mind is screaming for comfort. Motivation might get you to the starting line, but discipline is the thing that gets you across the finish line. So let me ask you something. What if the secret to living the life you dream of has nothing to do with feeling motivated? What if the secret is learning to act without waiting for the perfect mood, the perfect moment, or the perfect feeling? What if the real key is learning to force yourself, yes, force yourself to do what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it? Because that's what discipline really is. Discipline is not about punishment. It's not about making your life miserable or robbing yourself of joy. Discipline is simply choosing the future version of you. The stronger, healthier, wealthier, wiser version over the easy comforts of the present moment. It's choosing growth over regret. Every time you take the easy path, you're making a trade. You're trading tomorrow's potential for today's comfort. You're trading long-term fulfillment for short-term relief. But every time you force yourself to act with discipline, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. Now here's the problem. Most people think discipline is something you're either born with or you're not. That's not true. Discipline is a skill you train, a skill you build, a skill you strengthen every single day. Just like a muscle, it grows when you put it under pressure and force it to work. And here's where it gets practical. If you want unbreakable discipline, you need a system that doesn't ask how you feel, a system that doesn't negotiate, a system that turns action into your default setting. The first step is refusing to negotiate with laziness. You know that voice, the one that whispers, just 5 more minutes, or I'll do it tomorrow, or it's not a big deal if I skip today. That voice is the enemy of your dreams. And the moment you start reasoning with it, you've already lost. You cannot reason with weakness. You can only defeat it with action. So the next time that voice shows up, don't argue. Don't think. Just move. Stand up. Do the thing, even if it's small, especially if it's small. Because small wins build trust with yourself. They create momentum. They remind you that you are in control. Not your feelings, not your laziness, not your excuses. The second step is training yourself to act instantly. Discipline is about shrinking the gap between decision and action, because the longer you wait, the louder resistance becomes. Try this. The next time you know you need to do something, count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then go. No hesitation, no overthinking, just action. It sounds simple, but it works because it cuts off the endless spiral of doubt and delay. Think of it like this. Don't focus on writing the entire report. Just focus on opening the document. Don't focus on running 5 miles. Just focus on putting on your shoes. Because once you start, the hardest part is already behind you. Action breeds more action. Momentum is your best friend. And instant action is how you build it. But discipline isn't just in your mind. It's in your environment too. Your environment is either setting you up for success or quietly sabotaging you. Want to eat healthy? Don't keep junk food in the house. Want to study or work without distraction? Put your phone in another room, turn off the notifications, and clear the clutter. When you design your environment to support your goals, You don't have to rely on willpower alone. You make the disciplined choice the easy choice. And then comes the repetition. Discipline is not a one-time act. It's a lifestyle. It's not about being perfect for 1 week. It's about being consistent for months, years, a lifetime. The first day will be hard. The 10th day will still feel uncomfortable. But by the 30th day, something shifts. Your brain starts to accept this new behavior as normal. By the 60th day, it feels harder not to do it. That's when you're no longer just practicing discipline. You've become disciplined. This is where identity comes into play. At first, you might tell yourself, I'm trying to be disciplined. But over time, repetition rewires your brain, and you start saying, I am disciplined. And once you see yourself that way, everything changes, because your actions will always follow your identity. Now, let's talk about willpower. Most people treat willpower like it's a punishment, something to grit their teeth through. But that mindset is exhausting. Here's a better way. See challenges as opportunities. See hard things as chances to grow. When you push through a tough workout, finish a project you didn't want to start, or resist the urge to quit, you're not just enduring pain. You're building pride. You're building self-respect. And that feeling of pride is addictive. It becomes fuel, far more powerful than a fleeting mood. Of course, you will fail sometimes. You'll slip. You'll have days where you give in to comfort. That's okay. Discipline is not about never falling. Discipline is about always getting back up. Always. The person who keeps standing back up will always outrun the person who quits after one setback. And here's the beautiful part. Discipline compounds. The small decisions you make every day, the little acts of forcing yourself to do what you said you do, they add up. They stack on top of each other, brick by brick, until one day you wake up and realize you've built the life you're proud of. So let me leave you with this. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is the engine. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you moving forward, especially on the days you don't feel like it. Your future is not built on moods, it's built on choices, and your new life begins with your next decision. So I'll ask you again, what's the one thing you're going to discipline yourself to start doing today? Put it in the comments below, because the moment you write it down, you're no longer just thinking about it, you're committing to it. And if you want more guys like this on building an unstoppable mindset, on taking control of your life, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because this journey is just getting started. Remember, your dreams are waiting for you on the other side of discipline, and discipline begins right now.